what we're looking at is we had a discussion a couple of lessons ago about, what is a wrist turn? And as well, I introduced the traditional rotation to help you understand how the arms are following the wrist, no matter what you do. And in traditional, it's more pronounced, because we're trying to duplicate a certain stick height. Because in this technique, although there are exceptions, Dick Wilson could play, maximum wrist turn at pianissimo, right? But typically with this technique, volume is achieved by height of turn, right? And so we're trying to get a certain volume evenly in both hands. Traditional, and my pad isn't really set up for traditional, but you're going to get a different thing. The arm gets in, well, see, yeah, there. The arm gets involved to a greater extent. We're matching the height of turn, or via rotation. Okay, but the wrist is leading. The wrist is leading. The wrist is leading. So that's what we were thinking about. Okay, so, and we're trying to get to know how, because in traditional, something Richard Martinez pointed out to me, where is it that the arm starts to get involved? Down here, it feels as though it's this pure little rotation. But once we, maybe right around here, I can start to feel arm. I don't feel that the same way in the right.
Yeah, it's much later.
It's later. Okay, good. Okay. So, and there's the grip. Your fourth and fifth always look like they're a little too curled. They look a little like this, don't they? But I want them to look, the stick is just laying in the hand. And so these back fingers that don't have much to do with it at all, they just hang out. And if they're hanging out naturally, they're not going to look like this. That's uncomfortable. Okay, just relax the hand, right? With this 3-finger grip. Just do this with me. Take your fourth and fifth off. Now, right now, when we're turned all the way up, sorry about the lag, folks. All we really feel is the first finger and thumb holding the stick up. The middle finger is just on the stick, right? So that if we let go of the first finger and thumb, the stick travels thusly, because we're not holding the stick with the middle finger pulled towards the palm. The idea is we're trying to get it to lay in the middle finger, hence lay in the hand. Okay, so that when we, from this position, turn towards the surface, so as we turn more, very slowly, we feel the stick fall into the hand more and more. We feel more and more of the weight
like here,
of the stick in the middle finger, down there. Now we're holding up this stick as it wants to continue to fall towards the ground, right? All right. So it would look more like that. See, I don't need these back fingers. Take them off and just wave them for me. Yeah, I don't think that the fifth doesn't tuck under the fourth. You're often in that.
I'm not doing it on purpose. It just happens that my hands.
Well, you should think about that. Why is it just happening? Because what does the hand really do?
I don't know. It's just the shape of my hand. Look at
Let
that.
it hang. Don't just roll with me now. Just no. You're using your fingers. This technique, the wrist leads the fingers. So if you just let your hand open up, just sit back, chill out. Yeah, see, it's the don't try to move it. Just let it hang. Murray Spivak. Doesn't a runner before a race, don't they shake everything out? You've seen them do that, haven't you, Kevin? It's true. They even, okay, you're there. See how far you're, no, I think you're pulling in. You have to be, unless you're one of those unusual human constructs. So just, we'll find out, right? It may be something you've been dealing with right from the beginning. We don't know. So if we just relax the hand, what does it do? Just very gently come up, very gently. There, yes, yeah. Now your fifth looks normal. They should all, and you know, if anything, it's these two fingers that seem to touch sooner. As I just noticed. I don't know why. Let's see. Yeah, these two fingers seem to want to touch sooner. I don't know if it. But anyway, you can see that the gig is just, we're trying to get the fingers to relate to the wrist, and that way we can learn what they would really do. And I don't think, if the fingers are relaxed, I don't think that the baby finger suddenly does this. Just like more like that.
I swear I'm not doing anything. Look. Okay.
All right. Yeah, you know, I broke my right thumb as a kid playing. So I guess it's a Canadian thing. You would know about it, British Bulldog. You probably never heard of it. They don't have that in Britain. Well, we called it, right, and I ended up having breaking thumb. So just consider that. Remember, the pad of the fourth is, it would run to the pad of the fourth if you were going to put it on, and the tip of the fifth. But your fifth isn't on the stick. So imagine if we were going to use fingers, right? Dick would say that the stick would run to the pad of the fourth and the tip of the fifth.
Pretty much where it is. See,
okay.
The pad here, okay. And the tip is here.
Take your fifth off. No. Put the flat of your fourth on.
Oh, the flat?
Yeah, the flat, not the tip of it. Come on, make it flat. Right in here, right in the ball. More like that.
Yeah, it's
hey, now, okay, now it looks more flat. Now take the fifth and just put the tip of it on. Oh, no. More flat. A little more flat.
I can't.
Okay, well, yeah, okay. Every, maybe your hand has a particular proclivity to not want to go that way. But for me, everything is nice. Like if you just let the stick lay, yeah, more like that, you see?
Left is different, look. The left is different.
And I thought it was the left that had the problem, but don't bend your middle knuckle of the thumb. That's it. See, your left looks better. You see it like that. It looks more natural to me. Okay, so you're just gonna have to fiddle with that. We're not gonna turn it into a to a thing right now, okay? But just want you to consider that. All right, so what we're doing is we're looking to simply turn the wrist at 40 as eighth notes. From parallel. No, but we're playing from parallel. I want you to play the exercise. Now that grip is going to be important. It's this 3-finger grip. Okay. So really, all I really feel because I'm seeing a look, and I know this is like being a great surgeon, you know, making the finest incision. So all I really feel is down. That's not too bad. Now, where do you feel the stick? Where is the moment of impact in your hand when you touch the surface?
Where do I feel it?
You're so quiet. Why is it so quiet?
Please charge.
Sorry.
Please charge. Please charge.
Siri wants in on the lesson, you know.
Can
Are
you
you there? Okay, I can hear you. It's just not as loud as I.
So you're asking where do I feel it? Mostly on the middle finger, really.
Okay, it can't be vague. It can't be that's a fair response. But what we're really looking to experience in a tactile sense is the stick landing on the middle finger. And I want you to get down parallel in the left. Make sure you're parallel. Show me where the floor is. That's where this comes in handy. And we're just coming to here. All right, and we turn from here. Just like that. Okay, now we're going to turn just a little bit above parallel. And then we're going to turn higher. Now look, let's just go back here. So if I'm turning from just now it's in a traditional setup. Because I have a setup that you can't see. But if I'm just turning from here, look how little the arm moves.
Nothing really.
Now, if I turn a little higher, turning in here, now there's a little something that happens. I feel it right on that middle finger. Now, if I turn a little higher, there's a little something that happens, very little.
That's like counter.
It's just whatever's happening is happening because all I'm thinking about is turning my wrist and landing on the middle finger. Right? Now, and the fact that this thing is a little bit out of sync, so you're probably hearing the sound of the impact not line up with the. Now I can start to. Now there's a little bit of arm happening. It's coming up. The stick has. The momentum of the stick has moved my fingers a little bit, but Raph, all I'm thinking about is turning the wrist and landing flat with the stick impacting on the middle finger. So you get that. Now, whether I can do that in a match, which I don't play very often. There you go, something like that, you see? Just that, over and over and over, over, and then here would be motions within the context of landing flat. Middle finger. So maybe, so you were up to the first iteration. We had you turning, or would it be the second iteration? We had permutation. We had you turning from parallel, then you're going to turn just a little bit above parallel. I showed you what the arm looks like, even though we're out of sync. Or you're in sync. UK, well done. You have the metronome at 40? No. Stop. Okay, turn to the next iteration. We might come back to it. And come back down to the previous iteration. Just a little bit above parallel. And now you're doing it differently. Oh, there it is. Yeah, that's better. You see, what's supposed to happen is, and you don't even know why it's better.
I know why it is. I can tell you.
Okay, go ahead.
It's the stick bouncing.
Good.
See how it goes?
Right? It's just supposed to go clunk, 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 clunk.
It's just, I feel more the weight of the middle finger in my right hand than in my left. I think that's the point.
Well, I'm not talking about, see, I'm not, Raph, that's cool. I'm not thinking about the weight right now. I mean, yeah, I talked to you about how here you don't feel the weight in the middle finger as much as here. But you know, when I'm playing, this stuff is really pretty simple.
I hear you.
No, wait. I'm not thinking about what's happening as I turn to the ceiling with my fingers and the weight of the stick in my, all I'm doing is landing flat and feeling the stick. Come on, when you make contact with the surface, it creates a response in the hand, doesn't it?
Yes.
I can feel the effect of making impact pretty strongly. It tickles. You can always feel it tickle, right? Ding, right there in the middle finger. But you're not at the floor. You have got to come all the way down. And so let me hip you. So you're going to be fine if you just keep this up. But for me, it has this quality. Let's do this with me. It's just that. If you're leaning too far forward, your arms are out of position this way. So, but it doesn't matter. You see, now just we're just in the left, so for fun, just do that and knock on the door. Just once and stop. See how that feels? Look how flat you are. You're up on the door, the pad. You know how flat it is? See how flat the right is? Look how flat it is. It has to be flat. It's flat relative to the surface. It's literally, in a sense, it's parallel. It's on the surface, right? So if we were to just bring our hands up half an inch, now can you duplicate that? And here, it should have the same feeling. Feel what this contour feels like. There's a relationship. There's a relationship from here to here, all the way up to here. Really all the way up to here, but for practical purposes, if that's what you're feeling, that's what you should be feeling. You don't get to touch. Yeah, like that. There. See how your baby finger isn't tucked in and doing any? It's just hanging out with, see your baby? Is there a doctor in the house? Is your father nearby? We can have him come in and take a look at this.
Oh, nobody saw this.
Okay, well,
Anyway, doesn't matter.
right, you have that, it's you have a right hand baby finger aberration. Oh, you see, you've lost the flatness. The thumb at the position of the baby finger, all the fingers, they make contact at the exact same time, and they're all flat. So now if we're here, they would make contact all at the same time. Not with the baby finger closer to the surface. You don't have to force it. If you force it, you'll ruin it. See, down. You want to go down. So I can see this happening. It's subtle, but you're, and it goes a little too far and it wiggles. No, we want to relax to the point where we could mimic landing on a flat surface. But now with no flat surface, it would just go like that. It goes up and down and lands right there. Right there. If you send too much energy down, it's hard to control where you're going to end up. You feel that?
No, I mean it.
Do that again. So if you just go up at the same speed as you mimic the speed up as it is coming down, there, it's smoother. You don't try to go down, you're just making a motion. It's as if you're not trying to knock on the door, perhaps. You're just making this motion. If you lowered your hands by a half an inch, it would make a knock. If you put a stick in your hands right now, it would make a note. And if you're stopping without a stick, a half an inch, it would just do that. Feel the flatness of your wrists. Feel the stick land in the middle finger. There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. Don't rush the down. You'll spoil, just like you experienced with no stick near. That's good. That's good. Okay, metronome at 40, and now we want to be up. We want to be up at the third iteration. So you're turning a little higher, just like that, and the stick isn't bouncing. Has to stop every time. You can't stop the right a little higher. It's really a very particular feeling. So feel the flatness of the wrist and feel the stick land in the middle finger. Right, it's getting higher. Right, it's a little lower. It can't change. Of course, we're human beings. That's what you want to look for. We're looking for a consistency. This goes zong, zong, zong. Okay, now come up to a higher. Come up to the next iteration. Now we're just before turning to maximum rest. And the stick just stops, just as the wrist stops. We end up in that flat position. Now we're going to come up to the next iteration. Somewhere in there. Now, how would you throw here? How would you throw here? Can you throw? So if you're all the way, if you're turning maximum turn, landing flat, feeling it in the middle finger. Oh, now we're gonna throw. Okay, that's coming along. You should keep, yeah, you should keep working on that. What if we did something like a, it's an exercise. You don't have Joe Morello's master's studies, do you?
I do not.
That'd be cool to get.
Okay.
Let's see. Where could I take this? We worked on something like this, similar. Okay, leave the metronome on at 40.
Please charge.
Okay, and we're just going to play 16th notes. Okay. Go for it.
What height?
Just alternating, and what height? That's a really good question. Perfect. Right? Okay, so we're just doing a little bit above parallel. We're turning up a little bit. So normal, yeah, somewhere in there. Remember, Murray didn't like to talk about stick heights. He thought that was too core. Now we're going to play groups of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. But we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. I need you to count out loud. I just want you to count one hand at a time. Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it's slower than you think, because the hand that isn't, it's all it is 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're trying to just count one hand. Okay, Raph. But I don't want you counting 5. I want you to, you see, playing with fingers, right, means you're counting every note with the finger, for instance. If you're playing doubles on the wrists, well, appropriately, you're playing 2 wrist turns, and you'd keep time that way. If you're playing doubles on the rebound, it's just 1 wrist turn, and you get 2 notes. You don't need to count each note. We're counting the number of wrist turns. It'd be very simple. So what's happening is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, it turns in 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. That's all it is. You see how much slower it is than you think?
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2.
Just your height of turn. Turn a little higher. Maintain the whisper.
2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
We're looking for a really solid attack that lands in that middle finger with a flat wrist contour or lack of contour, however you would describe that. Because I don't want to see a lot of. There's not much play happening. Whatever play there is, I don't know. All I'm doing is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. solid mind sounds? It really just does this every time. Watch. Bam, 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 bam. Zonk, zonk. It has that quality. It's, no. Be clear about your counting. So get rid of the confusion and focus on how slow this is. 1, 2, 3. That's it.
2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1.
Okay, now play groups of 6, counting 1, 2, 3. It'll still be 3. It'll just land on the same hand every time.
2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1.
It'll be on the same hand.
3, 1, 2, 3.
I don't want to speak.
1, 2, 3, 1, 3.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 1. It'll all be on the same hand. 1, 2, 3, 1. It'll all be on the same hand.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Relax your back fingers in the left. I just don't need to feel like they want to hold on. Yeah, let them go. In the right, the same thing. Just let them go. Remember I showed you how flat they were? Keep them more flat. There, that looks better. When you see this video back, you'll see that now all your knuckles are creating a line. There's a shadow. You can see this dark shadow now. It doesn't look like this. And remember, it's just going, it's stopping at the floor every time, just for a moment, doesn't it? You don't just pull it back up right away. It really does stop at the floor, right? This is the stuff. It's as simple. The whole technique is as simple as learning how to turn your wrist. Watch. I've got my metronome on. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. Now watch. Stop. Rest. There's a moment where it does this every time. Just like if I was playing at half speed. It stops. Then it stops. But you maybe at a certain point you need a high-speed camera to know what's going on, right? Because it will stop. Playing in the middle finger, feeling the impact on the middle finger when you come in contact with the surface. Go. Counting 3.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
And thinking of the flatness and stopping for just a moment.
3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2.
Now you're going to play 7, but that'll be 4, going from hand to hand. 1, 2,
3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2.
That's the back of your hand in the left.
2, 3,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 3, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. Now we're going to play 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, good, by the way. Not bad. Now I know that we've got a delay. Watch. I spend more time at the floor than you do. You can't see my stick as I turn, can you? It just becomes a blur. It just becomes a blur. Because I'm stopping down, stop. And here's what I see with you. Seems pretty similar, doesn't it? Hey, I'm flat. I feel it on the middle finger. No, it's not this. I have time to wait here. It becomes a blur. It just disappears. There's no time to feel the weight of the stick or anything. Turn your wrist, as Richard Wilson would scream, and feel it land in the middle. Look where your right's waiting. Look where your right's waiting. Get it down. Look where your left's waiting. That's a great exercise. Okay, so you're doing really well. Now what we're going to do is go ahead. Now we're just going to go back and play groups of two. And you're going to refocus on this next bit of instruction that I provided. So now we're just 1, 2, 3, 4. It's just 1, 2, 1. But look. The blur doesn't go away. See, it just the stick disappears, and you can see it waiting at the floor. So what we're going to do is we're going to do this. Oh, sorry, I'm ruining the whole reason for the. And the other hand's going to wait. And we're going to play 2 bars, 3, 4. Then we're going to go 1, 3, 4. I guess it's one set of quarter notes. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see. 1, 2. How I'm making this up as we go along here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1. Will this work? 1, 2. How about I'll come up with something. Maybe we just need to go to 6. Right? So we're just going to do, oh, sorry, the other hand has to wait. Because you were like, what, where, you were up in the middle of something. It waits right here at the floor. I got to keep my right in position. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and go back and forth, while the other hand learns to wait at the floor. Go for it.
So 6, basically, right?
You're playing 6. You're going from 4 to 6, and you're just counting 3. We're getting rid of the 5 that turns around each time. Here's the right, left waiting. Relax the baby finger. Just relax it there. Relax the baby finger. Where are you playing? You've lost the center. Oh, look where the left is waiting. You're not playing to the floor. When the right stops, it should be right there. When the left stops, it should be right at the floor with the right. Like that. Come on now, stop down. It becomes a blur as you turn. Turn faster and wait at the floor longer. Whack, 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 whack. Send that thing through the atmosphere. Make some wind. There you go. See, you still have to come down. You're not coming down harder. You're just whipping it through the air faster and spending more time. Look where the left's waiting. Raph, look. Okay, you're catching her. I know. Raph, you're doing beautifully. I had that problem. I did it today. I stopped and moved my stick away. I said, wait a minute, this is ruining the whole reason for the exercise. See, I get it. Oh, where's your right? This is a great exercise for you. Come along, whip it, relax the baby fingers in each hand. Don't let them get crunchy, all hung up. They're just hanging out.
My left hand's so bad, man.
It's not really bad. It's just as good as the right. fact, when you relax your left baby finger, it's maybe better than your right. They're the same. They're both coming, we're not coming to the floor in the same, look where your left's waiting. Fix your left and have weight at the floor and get to the floor. Wait there. Yeah, there you go. Now you're grounded. Okay, now we're going to go up to, let's see. Where were we? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. See, nice and solid. It should come to the floor. You can still see the main image at the floor. And then the stick disappears, and just for a moment, it's at the floor again. Go for it, if you can get up to that speed, that height of turn.
What's the speed again? What was the speed again, Kev? What was the speed again?
Charge.
Sorry, my speaker's misbehaving. What was that you said?
What is the speed then?
Well, now you're at 4. Kind of like the exercise I gave you, but now we're omitting 2 of the exercises because it complicates matters. Complicates matters. See? The right's kind of waving around. Doesn't just come to the floor and stop. It should just feel like that when you get to the floor. Every time. But you got to play a whole bar. That's 4 clicks.
Sorry.
Go for it. No, 4 clicks. That's not right. Click, dot, 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 3, 4. Then the other hand. Come on, come to the floor. Come on, almost. Come on, middle finger, 3-finger grip, 3-finger grip. Relax your back, 4th and 5th. They don't need to do anything. They can be more relaxed. Okay, that's a good exercise for you. That'll help you concentrate. What's that?
I like it. It's good.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay, now we had the Spivak 6-8 exercise. So now, in a sense, we're just turning our wrists. And now we're making motions. What did I have you at 52 or 56?
Yeah.
Where are you, 56?
Yeah.
Okay, before you play, let me see what I can come up with here for you. Hold up before you. Let me see if I can dovetail what you just worked on into this somehow. Because we often play real low, so we're making these dropping the stick from parallel kind of single stroke upstrokes. Let me just think. Okay, it's what we were just doing, right? In a sense. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. I don't know if that's too much of a challenge for everybody. See, we can still turn, and so there's this quality to it, isn't there? So we're really turning. See if you can do that.
But the upstroke is not a turn, it's an upstroke.
All right, now I've got you thinking. I think I was playing. Up. So I'm turning from here, and I'm feeling what I feel when I make an up from parallel. I'm feeling this. See, I got you again. No, we're turning up here, like what we were just doing. I don't know, it's a 7-inch turn. To know you can really feel this, I want you to learn this thing. So you're turning your wrist, landing flat, feeling the stick in the middle finger with relaxed fourth and fifth, because it's a 3-finger grip. Now you're losing your turn. Just play the single turn. The regular wrist turns. Just go ahead and do that for me. Now remember, you're supposed to see the image of the stick at the surface more than you do moving through the air. So you can wait a little longer at the surface, can't you? You don't have to bring it up quite as soon as you think. Relax your fourth and fifth in both hands, especially the left. Even though it's your right that has the funny quirk, baby finger thing. Come on, don't lose your height of turn. Now you have to maintain, feel it in the middle finger, you have to maintain that height of turn and start to make throws for the 6-8 exercise. There you go, almost, come on, you got it. Oh, relax your fourth and fifth in the left. Yeah, come on, don't pump with your arms. There's no pumping with the arms, even the throw isn't an arm thing. Oh, that's hard for you, huh? Oh, there you go, that's a good one. Come on, you gotta keep the left turning. There you go, turn. No, can't make it, can't cheat. No, the up is just as big a turn. There it is. Yeah, dude, there you go. That's better. Look how solid that is. You can do that on your rock backbeat gig, right? And then insist on taking a solo at some point. That was good, Raph. Okay, so now you're starting to feel that. Okay, I think for this exercise, going much past 56 might be, can it even be done? I don't know. Make this stuff up. I don't want to embarrass myself. Asking you to do things that I can't do, right? Let's just see. Well, this is certainly doable, right? You can do it. You can do it even. You can turn and throw even higher. So go on 72. Go for it. Your mother asked, how come Murray isn't playing in the video with Louie?
There you go.
Right? Well, he did play at my lesson, so. And he was one of the cats in New York as a playing, probably recorded musician. You lost your height of turn, so you have to start with the regular wrist turns to get the feeling. And what are you going to think of? You're going to think of relaxing your fourth and fifth and not let them freak out, because it's a 3-finger grip. You've got to, that thumb has to send energy across to the first finger and middle finger, always. Firm, comfortable, constant. Good. Dick would compliment you if you dropped a stick. We're practicing, maybe not on a gig so much. No arm, we're not pumping with the arm in the left, we're turning the wrist. And we're going to feel the flatness when we get to the surface. And the stick is going to disappear as it moves through the atmosphere. And for a moment, it's going to come to the surface, and you're going to feel it in the middle finger with that flatness that I described. There, look at your grip in the left. Perfect. No, don't let that baby finger freak out just because you're turning. It should say just like that. Just like that. It's just turn your wrist. Leave the grip alone. Maintain it. Gotta stop down. No, you're not spending enough time down, 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 down. You gotta weight down. Okay, now introduce, with maintaining that height of turn, don't stop. Introduce the throws. It's cool. That's cool.
But yeah, it's just my left hand's not in a good place.
The grip is perfect when you stop. No arms, no arms. It's wrist. Wrist, wrist, wrist. No arms. Relax your arms. Don't go pumping your arm, thinking that maybe the arm isn't at this height. Oh, wrist, wrist. It's always all wrist. Okay, now maintaining that height. You can, not quite that high. Don't exaggerate for a minute. But, 8, 7 inch turn. There you go. Come on, keep that height of turn. Come on, now. Come on, keep the height of turn. Feel it in the middle finger. Good. You stop nice and flat. Okay, now introduce the throws. Come on, give me an honest to goodness throw and a turn. No, you got to get the turn in. There it is. Lead for the wrist. Yeah. Okay. Very good. Very good. Yeah, you're exhausted. Well, you can see though, just doing this over and over, once you get the hang of it, you can do that for days, and then as Murray and Dick would say, you're turning, and then you start to introduce, it relaxes every time it does that. Relax, because this gives you relaxation. Clunk. Turn, 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 middle finger flat, waiting at the surface, knocking on a door, and then all we're doing is throwing. And it relaxes it a little. It breaks up the tension that is developed via constantly turning your wrist without this up motion. It releases, as Murray would say, any tension that you've built up. Which, as your mother asked, Louis getting up there. I used to joke in the video. Louis like 108 and Murray's like 219. It's unbelievable, right? And Louis only gets better with age, like a fine wine, right? And any tension that builds up, he can just release it. You can see him playing doubles, and he'll be throwing for them. You can watch for that, which relaxes you every time. There's interesting things going on that keep you, perhaps keep you young on the instrument, right? Louis really impressed your mother. She said, how is he doing that? And that was a classic Louis Belson, where Louis would say, by the third set, I'm just getting warmed up. Most guys are pooped out by the third set. Not Louis. Now he's getting warmed up. So that's where this is going. Good job today.
Thank you.
Turning off the camera.